Okay, I'm really glad to talk with you guys, the guys behind Uncharted. One of my favorite games. This, yeah.
That's awesome.
On my game, on my website, I reviewed the game. I gave the first game a 10 out of 10. It was one of the, yeah.
Honored.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm honored to play the game actually. So, but you know, when you make a game this perfect, okay, and this good, it's really hard. It's always hard to make something new that's satisfying for the people, for the players. So, taking that in mind, what do you think? Do you think it was a hard job, really?
To make Uncharted 3,
Yeah.
Drake's Deception has been a big challenge
Yeah.
for us. But, you know, I think that whenever you work on something yourself, you never really see it as perfect. So we loved the way that Uncharted 2 Among Thieves came out, and we were so happy with the reception that it got from gamers like you. But we were bursting with ideas for things that we wanted to try with Uncharted 3, both in terms of gameplay and cinematic in-game storytelling, and also technologically.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many things that just didn't have time to make it into Uncharted 2. We had even more plans. We wanted to put even more things in there, and Uncharted 3 is really the realization of many of those ideas that we are so proud to show off here at D3.
Yeah, the second Uncharted was a big leap from this first one. Do you think that we will see something similar between 2 and 3 also?
Oh yes, I mean I think if you saw the demo that we gave at the Sony press conference on Monday night, that was really the natural evolution of the kinds of dynamic object traversal systems that we included for Uncharted 2. But of course we've taken it to a place that I think many game developers didn't think was possible this generation. Climbing around inside of a concave space which is turning over on its side, you know, as the cruise ship that Drake is exploring capsizes, and then flooding that area with our dynamic water system, which is all new for Uncharted 3.
I'm actually from Saudi Arabia, okay, and the game is taking place
in the Rub Al Khali.
Yeah, Rub Al Khali. And what about that? Why did you choose that place exactly?
Well, we like to start every Uncharted game with a real-life historical mystery. And while we were researching Uncharted 3, our creative director, Amy Hennig, stumbled across the mystery of the lost city of Ubar.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It was. This story is really founded itself in the history of T. Lawrence, or Lawrence of Arabia here.
Yeah.
And it makes the story so much more believable when you can ground it in things that people have heard of.
Yeah.
And like real, actual historical events.
So, for instance, I mean, Nathan Drake's quest is going to take him all the way through, starting in the back streets of London, through a ruined French chateau, and finally leading into the Middle East, into the heart of the empty quarter. Yeah. You know, the great desert. So, on the trail of T. Lawrence, who was fascinated with this lost city, a once prosperous city which many thousands of years ago just vanished, disappeared into the desert. T. Lawrence was fascinated with this city. In fact, he called it the Atlantis of the Sands. And so we thought that this would be a great quest for Nathan Drake to go on.
Will the sand play a role in the gameplay itself? Because you know, the sand is something special.
In fact, yes, we're looking forward to seeing what people think of the sand systems that we've been cooking up. Just as we like to address a different technological and graphical hurdle with each game that we make. It was jungle and water with Uncharted Drake's Fortune, and of course snow and ice with Uncharted 2. So yeah, we're focusing on the behavior of sand in the desert for Uncharted 3, which the player will be able to interact with. We're also focusing on our fire systems. We reworked many of our visual effects systems to allow us to set a whole French chateau on fire.
Yeah, I mean, aside from all of the environmental effects, we've put a lot of effort into making our characters react to these effects. I hope you had a chance to see our cruise ship demo and playthrough, where you can see Drake really reacting to the instability of the ship and trying to balance himself. We're having, with our fire system, we're having Drake react to the fires. He's trying to cover himself from it to avoid getting burned. And yeah, we haven't yet announced or showed much of the sand, but we're really hoping that this time around with the additions we've done to the movesets of the characters, both NPCs and the main hero will be enjoyed by our fans just as much as we've enjoyed making them.
Yeah, the second game, it was one of the best looking games ever. Okay, and yeah, and I'm sure that will continue in the third game, because from what I saw from the videos, it was looking very, very nice. But one of the best thing about the second game is the balance between the action sequences and the shooting and the platforming. So
great.
how will you balance the gameplay in Uncharted 3 so you don't...
Well, yes, I mean, we've been working hard. We always are continually refining and polishing our game mechanics, and we've continued to do this with both the traversal. We've given Drake some finesse to his animation system, just to make him look like he's moving even more naturalistically through the environment. We've expanded our combat a lot. We've added some new stealth moves. We've greatly expanded our melee combat so that we get that bare-fisted brawling, which is so important in an adventure game like Uncharted. And we've also been hard at work on our puzzles. We haven't shown many of our puzzles yet, but we know how much fans of the series love the puzzle solving and the problem solving in Uncharted. And I think that the puzzles in Uncharted 3 are really something special. I think you're going to like them a lot.
Great. What about you guys decided to show the multiplayer here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed,
so
yes.
What should we expect in the multiplayer in the third game?
Well, as you know, the multiplayer in Uncharted 2 was the first multiplayer game that Naughty Dog had made in nearly 5 years. And we were really happy with the reception that we received from our players. Even you know, a year and a half after the release of the game, we still have a huge and dedicated player base for the game who are playing every week, every day. So multiplayer is very important to us at Naughty Dog, and we really began by listening to the fans.
Yeah. No, multiplayer has taken a huge leap in Uncharted 3, like really, really huge. With the immense amount of features we've added to the Uncharted 3 multiplayer, we consider us being up there with the top dogs in the multiplayer space right now. We've added on 3D. We've added in split screen. We've added in dual login split screen, so both players that play can both contribute to their accounts, to their characters, without losing anything.
Yeah, can I just speak to that? Because I think this is something that's really significant for us. We wanted to do split screen for a really long time. We know how much players love to play together, sitting side by side on the couch. And it was actually something that partially came out of our 3D stereoscopic technology.
Oh, I was just going to ask you about that. Will it support that new screen?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been working on 3D for Uncharted 3 since the very beginning of the project. It was going to be a big technical hurdle for us, but we've accomplished it. And the same technology that we use to render the screen twice for each eye is also has made it possible for us to do really great split screen. And as Christian says, you can go to your friend's house, and normally when you play a cooperative game at a friend's house, you know, he's the one earning all of the cash on his PSN account. But with Uncharted 3, you can both log in with your unique PlayStation Network
at the same place,
in the same the same single PlayStation 3, and you can both be unlocking the new boosters, earning the new parts for the customizable characters. I think players are really going to like it.
Yeah. Well, an additional really big feature that we added, going from Uncharted 2 to Uncharted 3, is we've been able to take the cinematic moments from single player and bring it over to multiplayer. You can actually play now in environments that are cinematic. They might be destroyed as you're playing multiplayer, or as we're showing here today, it's you're starting up on a truck convoy with a moving airplane. That's how the multiplayer starts. Everything is dynamic, and it's very exciting to bring that across.
Some people talked about the AI being needing improvement in the game.
Well, we've certainly made a lot of improvements to the AI in the game. You know, we had to really because we wanted to expand the stealth gameplay.
Yeah.
Christian is actually very involved in this aspect of our gameplay, so I can sing his praises and make him embarrassed.
Oh, nice.
It's really fantastic. We've done a lot. For just one instance, we've given each AI enemy their own brain now, so to make them behave very realistically when Nathan Drake is trying to sneak around and distract them, they will now not just respond as one group in an unrealistic way to Nathan Drake, but they will respond as individuals, and they will notice what is happening to each one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we have really taken we've really taken to heart what fans have said. We've worked on how much damage the NPCs take, how they react to Drake being in the environment. We worked on their appearance and how they tell to the player what they are reacting to and what they're noticing, and we've really taken a big step forward in that aspect as well.
Nice. Did you ever consider a co-op in the game?
We have a co-op in the game.
And the new one, 3.
Yeah.
So we made a deliberate creative choice for the main single-player story game to keep it as a single-player game.
Okay.
Uncharted is really very much about Nathan Drake as a character, and as you'll see when you play the story game of Uncharted 3, we've really got some surprises up our sleeves in terms of his character and the kind of guy he is, where he comes from. But what we've done is we've we've taken sections of the levels for the single-player game, and we've created completely new missions for players to play cooperatively together.
Okay.
They're very cinematic. We've made lots of special animation for them to introduce them and for the special events.
So this is similar to the second game?
Yes, exactly, but more so, much more so.
Yeah, the reason why is because we've been able to take these cinematic moments and now allow that to play over the network.
Okay.
What we actually don't call it co-op, we call it adventure mode.
Oh, okay.
Because it allows you and up to 2 other of your friends to explore these new missions with your friends in a cinematic moment. You're solving puzzles, you're fighting off enemies. That's really what it's about. It's adventure. It's not just that you're playing with a friend. It's you're playing these moments.
Yeah.
That's really where it's about.
Really great, guys. I'm looking forward to this game. I'm sure it's going to be great, whatever you do, guys. And thank you so much for making good games. And if you want to say something at the end for the fans of Uncharted.
Oh, we couldn't do this without you. This is really for the fans. E3 is for the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
The games are because the fans have told us that this is the kinds of adventures they like to play, and come beginning of November, we will be so proud to finally release what we hope to be what the fans are looking forward to.
Exactly.
I think you said it all, Christian.
Thank you so much, guys, and very proud to have you with us on Track Gaming.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thanks.